to get another DJs BrewTube beer review. Well, almost another full day of forced weekend honeydew labor is at an end. It's time to go out and grill. And while I'm grilling, I need some beer. That's how we roll around here. You do work, you get beer. Like the Egyptians did when they built the pyramids. Isn't that how it's supposed to work? Yeah, anyways. So, I said, I'm in the mood for some hops. And when I was out, traveling down in Virginia the other day, I stopped at a Trader Joe's, and I said, oh, look, Trader Joe's has their own beer, because in Maryland, they don't sell beer or wine or anything like that in 99.99% of all grocery stores. So, I found a beer, and what beer did I find? It's one that's brewed by Rhinelander Brewing Company for Trader Joe's specifically, and they're in Rhinelander, Wisconsin, US of A. Yay, yay. And what beer is it? It's their Boatswain DIPA. Now, it looks like Boatswain, but it's Boatswain, which is kind of like a mate or a rank on a ship for seafaring type people. So, this is a double IPA. It's a year-round serving. It clocks in at 8.4% ABV and 75 IBUs. Now, this is a beer that's much maligned. If you look at the ratings on it, because I bought it, I said, it can't be too bad, or it can't be too much of a risk. Why? Because this costs $2.79. That's cheap as hell. But if you read the reviews on this, which I didn't do before I purchased it, I usually don't do that, people trash this beer. They beat it up. It's a piece of shit. Oh, look, it's so cheap. It tastes cheap. You know what? It's time to see if those people are right or if they're just a bunch of bullshit. Because you guys know when you look on Rate Beer, Beer Advocate, Untapped, there's a lot of bullshit to dig through before you get truth. And really, the only truth is when you pop the top on this bad boy, get it in the glass, and pour it down your freaking neck. That's right. Now, this better be good, because the most competitive style, I think, these days, or one of the most, is got to be DIPAs. You see, we've got awesomeness in DIPA land here and behind me. If you're going to put a DIPA out, it better be freaking good. How good is a $2.79 DIPA? Let's see. Pop the top. Boom. No reason to collect that crown. Oh, it's coming up the neck on me. And let's get it in the glass. Glug, glug, chug. That's okay. I'm alright with that. Boom. We've got a little bomber action here. Let's see what it looks like in the glass. It's a hazy amber color. Dark amber, lots of red and orange hues. Really nice looking. It has a nice sunset appearance to it. We got a solid one finger head of off-white bubbles, really tightly packed, maybe a couple soap suds in the center, but not much. When I swirl it, yeah, I think we're going to get some glass lacing on this, and there's plenty of alcohol eggs. It looks the part. It looks like a pretty, DIPA in my snifter. Let's get an aroma on it. Not really much hop to speak of. This is fresh. I asked the guy, he said it just came in, and he looked at the date on the box. It's about a 2.5, 3-week-old beer from our estimation. It's actually got like a lager smell. It's odd. I get a little pine, maybe, a little citrus. But it's all malt action going on this and a lot of sweetness. I really wouldn't call this a DIPA aroma at all. There's actually like an apple aroma in there too. Almost cider-like. That's really odd. It doesn't smell like a DIPA that I've had recently. Hops up in your grill and all that action. Citrus. There's a little pine. No dankness. Well, hey. Diving in, $2.79, can't lose. Cheers. Well, ain't much going on in the hop department there. They're saying it's 75 IBUs. I don't know where the hell the 75 IBUs is. This beer's fresh, too. I don't know how much hops they use in here. This is all about malt. It does not taste like a DIPA. It tastes like an American strong ale, maybe, or maybe like a triple almost in some ways. There's a little bit of like spiciness, almost yeast spiciness in the background. I don't know if that's from the hops. I'm getting floral and earthy hops. No pine really, no big bitterness. They're talking about this is a big beer to behold because of the extra hopping they do and all that. That's I don't know what the fuck they hopped it with, but it's nothing that's big and up in your grill, or like a, I'm not getting like Cascade or Citra or any of that off this. Jeez. It's not an offensive beer. It tastes more like a American version of a double or a triple because of the spiciness in the background. There's no off taste. It's not offensive tasting, but it ain't no DIPA. It's saying that I've drank a lot of DIPAs, like a freaking ocean of them, and that ain't it. It's not a bad beer, but don't call that shit a DIPA because it ain't. But for $2.79, I'm not feeling really robbed because I knew I was buying a cheap beer, and I wanted to see, you know, what the facts were. But I'm gonna finish it. It's not an offensive or untasty beer. It just isn't what it says it is. So, how do we grade a beer like this? Right Beer gives it a 12. It's better than 12. Beer Advocate gives it a 61. I can totally see a 61 if you're expecting a DIPA, and if you're really pissed off, I can even see a 12. As a beer, let's grade it as a beer first. We're gonna have to do a 2-tier on this one. As a beer, I'm gonna give it like a 85 as a beer. If somebody told me this was an American triple or double, I would grade it like that. And that's what this beer really tastes like. It's got some nice earthy tones, and the aftertaste is of earthy hop bitterness. But really subtle bitterness, I'm saying, okay? But earthy hop is sort of the aftertaste, that and caramel malt. Because it's not an untasty beer or something I say, man, this just sucks ass, I'm not finishing it. Okay, that said, as a DIPA, I'm going to give it a 60. I'm even going to, you know, it's a fail as a DIPA. You know what, fuck it, I'm giving it a 50. I haven't given it a 50, I don't think, ever. Well, yeah, I have a couple beers, but this is, as a DIPA goes, it's a complete fail. And don't believe the label. If you're looking for like a double or a triple tasting beer or just a strong ale, that is this beer. It's not untasty, but DIPA, bullshit. This isn't a fucking DIPA. Maybe they steeped the hop tea bag in there and said, oh, it's a DIPA now. No, bullshit. Anyways, till the next DJs BrewTube, have you had this beer? Have you been graced by its faux DIPA label and taste and said, wow, this isn't a bad double or triple or strong ale? Like I just did. Let me know. I like the quid pro quo. I like the back and forth. That shit rocks. Also, what rocks is when you think locally, drink locally, and support the craft beer movement. Just maybe not bullshit labels like this and this beer. You know, I've actually seen these guys' beer down in Mexico before, too. And I can see maybe this plane as an IPA down there, but even down in Mexico now, the craft beers, some of them are really killing it, like the ones from Insurgente. You know, they're knocking that shit out the park. You know, enough babbling here. I like to babble, you know that. So, thanks man to each and every one of you. Please remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. And if this is your first time, you know, hit subscribe up. We got more reviews coming. And also, a good thing to do is smash that like button. We like the thumbs up too. So, till then, I'm going to kick back. I'm going to finish this beer because it's not drain pour. It's just not two style as a maybe double or triple. It ain't horrible. So, I got nothing but for you. I don't know how much love I'm giving this, but some beer drinking, I don't know, drunkenness, and a big peace out!